join a company
that you are the person that you
bring in good energy. Welcome to Crypto OGs.
Welcome to Crypto OGs. We have an amazing episode today. We are today in Sao Paulo, in Brazil, in the Idol's office with my good friend Doublex. How are you today?
I'm doing amazing. What about yourself?
I'm very good at your office. Beautiful concept. Thank you so much for having me here.
I appreciate it.
We have the beautiful Idol logo here.
Yeah.
Purple, one of my favorite colors. But Brasil, you know, falo português, mas quero aprender.
Então eu vou te ajudar, vou te ensinar.
Vamos. I try to learn Portuguese one day.
One day.
But I met my good friend 3 days ago, and we immediately connect. And I was blown away about everything that you're building in Brazil, helping the Web3 community to come on board with a real case of study. But before going all the way to talk about idols, let's talk about Doublex. Who are you?
Good question. I'm originally from New York City. I'm American. And I was always dreamt of dreams and aspirations of doing something legendary.
Yeah.
Right. And my first business that I did was entertainment business.
Okay.
So I did that for many, many years. I negotiated with top musicians, artists, actors, streamers, gamers, influencers all over the world. And that's where I had the opportunity to learn many languages and work in different cultures and understand people from all over the world. So that's the background where I come from. And I have family that's Brazilian as well, so that helps here in Brazil. And you know what's interesting is I calculated the reason why I wanted to start in Brazil.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people don't know this information, that Brazil is one of the top countries that's engaged on social media.
Yes.
So I don't know if you've seen YouTube videos have hundreds of millions of views and billions of views. There's so many social media influencers, so many artists that have 10, 20, 30, 50 million followers, and you have no idea who they are. It's a whole another world over here.
Yeah.
So, and I see that a lot of companies have difficulty tapping into the market. So, you know, I'm born and raised in New York. I live in Miami, back and forth, but I decided to build the first office here in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Sao Paulo. What you said just makes totally sense. Like, we don't understand how big is the community in Brazil. I know it's nearly 300 million of people here, but how engaged these people with social media is crazy. Like, they spend the whole day. But I think the other thing that's very important is like because you are very good creating content because of the culture. So probably start with dancing, right? So everybody dance very well here in Brazil. But on top of that, people want to follow other people. They want to be like them. And what social media changed the concept is you give the little person, they can grow, and because you don't need to be an actor or a movie star or a sport guy to become influence people. No, we're not talking only about influencers, about just number, real influence. But let's go a little bit back because everybody sees you on social media. You hang around with the celebrities. You are building this community, 50,000, 100,000 people in a concert. But let's talk about the lows. So let's talk about how you started as an entrepreneur.
So the first business was in entertainment. And what's interesting is I started from zero.
Yeah.
So I don't have any family. I don't have any friends that was in this business. But once I graduated, you know, I'm a very academic person. So I went to college. I graduated top 1%, cum laude, the honors, doing the Discord of the whole ceremony. Yeah.
What did you study?
International business, which is exactly what I do now. You know, so it kind of worked out good because I know a lot of people, they don't work in what they studied. You know, it's very common. I got very lucky to get on target exactly what I wanted to do right from the beginning. And, you know, so I fell in love. So in the beginning, you know, I didn't have the contacts. I didn't have the social media. I didn't have the money. I didn't have anything. So, you know, I learned very well how to use social leverage.
Social leverage, okay.
So I used that to my advantage. And I think a lot of people today, when they meet you, they ask you, what do you do? And they try to calculate the level of respect they give you based on what you do.
Based on what you do, yeah.
So my mindset was different, was what do you do so I can solve one of your problems? So I went out building these relationships with everyone and always bring value to everybody. Bring value, bring value, bring value. it came a day where I needed something and everyone came running to help me.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, I love this. So of course, not everyone is going to retribute exactly what you give them. But in the end, I think it works out very, very well because look how far, I've been able to come doing that model. So I started like that. And there was, I'm telling you, the amount of people that laughed, the amount of people that said that idea is stupid, the amount of people said, like I remember at the beginning when I was first creating content when Instagram was still brand new, everyone's like, oh, like, what do you think? You're a model taking professional photos on the camera? Now, everyone takes professional photos. But I was one of the first to do it, so people laughed. It was weird. So of course, I had to face a lot of challenges, a lot of the lows, a lot of people laughing, a lot of people telling me no. A lot of people said, no, that's dumb, that's stupid, you can't do that, wake up, you're living in a dream world, and now, thank God, we are living in a dream world. It's amazing.
This is a good dream to have.
Yeah, it's an amazing dream, so it does take a lot of work. It does take a lot of persistence of not listening to people's opinions.
Yeah.
It's very important.
You mentioned something that we were talking before in your office. I was talking to you about how to influence friends, how to influence people that we influence by Daniel Carnegie.
My favorite book. Read that.
And I totally agree with you. One of those persons that want to add value first. And at the beginning, you kind of hesitate to do it because it's a long game and you're probably waiting for the instant gratification. But the more that you add value, you don't have to wait for the instant gratification because even though if it's instant, it's not going to be good. Yeah. The long-term relationships actually help better. And actually, when you have planted so many seeds, help so many people, in one point just bounce back and then you feel quite overwhelmed. You say, why I deserve this? It's like kind of imposter syndrome. Am I good? Am I not good? So I'm in the same path that you were. But also the opinions of other people, especially the family, right? Family and friends, and especially if you have a Latin American family, they want to protect you. They want you to get into risk. They just want that you go and work 9 to 5, be a doctor, But obviously we live in a different world right now. It's more entrepreneurial. We have more access to information, which is amazing. And talking about having access to information, let's talk about crypto. What was the first time that you heard about crypto? What was the first token that you bought?
Here's what's interesting about that, because the first time I heard about crypto was 2010 when I heard about it.
Wow.
But I researched at that moment because I was always into tech. Yeah. Always a tech guy. And when I heard about it, I said, okay, what is Bitcoin used for right now? And at that time, it was used for the deep, dark web.
The Silk Road.
And the Silk Road, and they were doing, buying and selling of, guns, drugs, human trafficking. So I said, whoa, I don't want to associate myself with this. So I've done a very good job at calculating risk my whole life. So at that time I saw it, but I said, I think I'm going to pass on this. I didn't get, I think we've all done the math of how much we would have had if we would have invested this time. So of course, I would have been a millionaire, for sure. So, but you live, you learn. And then when you get in, it's good. So I got in maybe after that, it was like 2017. Yeah. After I saw that it was valid, that there was real use case, that it started to pick up. And I said, wow, okay. Because you know why? In 2017, I started to learn the technology behind crypto, the blockchain, what it was doing, and what the future would look like of it. So I've done very well in my previous businesses because I was able to catch trends. Yes. And then when I saw blockchain, I said, this is absolutely 100% the next trend. So I'm very glad I got in at that time, because then I was able to study every project that was out there for crypto. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, the best. I've seen it all. I've seen everything, You
just mentioned something about catching trends. At Uni, our friend Uni One was talking about catching trends, right? She was talking about trading. But for me also, for crypto, I have told this story to many people, but something that I haven't told much people is I like the technology when I start because I'm a computer engineer, and I was watching everything, the white paper and the Silk Road. I started to hook, I get all the information, absorb it. But then I read the case of M-Pesa. Have you heard about M-Pesa? No. This community is this country in Africa, I can't remember which country. But they've been using SMS text message to pay for everything.
As credits of money.
Yeah,
I see
so
this.
they didn't have bank, they were unbanked, and they were buying, like selling and buying goods, like going to get their electricity, and they were really poor, but they only could pay with the SMS.
Yes.
So that hit me really hard because I come from humble beginnings in Colombia, and I seen how people in Colombia wouldn't need that. And that when I joined crypto, I said, okay, this is a good way to make money, but then you understand the community and the purpose behind, and then you understand the technology, and then you understand that path. And talking the path, okay, 2017, you start to do a lot of stuff. And what was that moment that you said, I'm going all in into Web3? What was that? What was that decision?
You know what? Because I was investing in all types of investments. I've seen everything. And I think that when I saw the power of crypto, when you see gains, like for example, if you take a look at what BNB did from the launch until now, it's 200,000 plus percent.
It's crazy.
Bitcoin is 40 million plus percent. Ethereum is, 60,000%. These are some of the top, top coins. And if you look at any investment in the world, you can't show me returns like that.
No.
So when I started to understand, wow, this market is the most aggressive and the most powerful, it's open 24 hours a day. There's no breaks. It doesn't stop. I'm like, wow, this is exciting. This is electrifying.
Yeah.
And people dream about having returns like that, but here it's an actual possibility. It's possible. It's real. And even if you don't get 40 million percent, if you get 1,000% a year, that's still outbeating every single market in the world. So when I started to compare these returns to real estate, to stocks, to bonds, to CDs, to all, the traditional investments, I said, no, I need to go all in on Web3 because this is the future. And I see this, kind of like what we said before, this is the greatest transfer of wealth of all time. And I believe in the next 5 to 10 years, this is going to be the wave. This is going to be the ride. People tell me all the time, they're like, yeah, but I missed the trend of crypto. It hasn't even started yet.
Even they have a good chance right now.
Yeah, they haven't even started because I think the main trend is when you go to mass market, and we consider mass market above 33%. And right now, crypto is less than 5%. So really, the next big bull run is the one you can't miss. That's the wave when it commercializes, when everyone starts to use it. So I'm very excited to be, in the right time, in the right place, knowing the right information.
Yeah. But I think it's something that you are doing really well also. Like you showed me the office. I seen you are helping people here in Sao Paulo. You have members that start working here full time. Beautiful office, but the concept is unique. So maybe we can explain the audience in CryptoG's why you do it. Yeah. Because I saw events, 50,000 people dancing. I saw celebrities. I saw people driving go-karts. I saw something like with hundreds of millions of impressions of activation. Tell what's happening with idols.
Look, so if you analyze the market, okay, and we take a look at, because I did a lot of market research and I ask a lot of people because I want to understand the psychology of people. Why aren't you in crypto? So I ask that question to a lot of people all the time, all over the world. I ask, what makes you hesitant about the market? What don't you like about the market? And you know what I hear a lot? It's in the clouds. Yeah. I can't see it. I can't touch it. I can't spend it. There's no usability. And we know that all these are false. Yeah. But I need to understand what they're thinking and why they're thinking this. So for the past 5 years, I've been building this business concept, this outline of how this would work. And because I studied all of these other projects before, I took notes on what this project did good, what this project did bad, how this project could have done this better. And I went taking notes and I've been mapping out my master plan for idols. Okay. And I figured out that people don't care about the speculation of markets and tech. Mm-hmm. The people that care about that are already in the market, and I feel like Web3 today, if you go to the conferences all over the world, I'm sure you see the same people all over the world in all the same conferences. I think we hit a peak by leading with speculation and tech. So now it's time, if we want to grow Web3, we have to get out of the regular bubble that we've been using for marketing. You know, if I call my mom and I say, hey mom, do you know that Ethereum went from proof of work to proof of stake? Do you know that, you know, it's reduced 96% of electricity and their energy use? Do you know that 36% is now staking on the platform and there's a potential 5x in the next 2 years? You know what mom's gonna tell me? God bless you, mommy's so proud of you. Oh. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
But you know what, if I tell my mom, hey mom, you know there's a concert of Enrique Iglesias?
Yeah.
She's gonna pass out. I say, mom, you want to meet him? She's like, how do I do that? Well, there's a new ecosystem where you just have to buy his fan tokens. If you buy his fan tokens, he can deliver experiences and you can go meet him. You know how many tokens my mom's going to want to buy? All of them.
The only one that had the whole time with Enrique Iglesias in the concert.
You see?
Yeah.
She wants all of them. And you know how many Ethereum coins my mom wants? None.
Oh.
So you see the difference? So I started to understand the psychology of the mass market. And also one of my previous businesses before this Web3 is I was a big pioneer in Web2. So when social media and digital marketing started, I was one of the first ones there. So I understand e-commerce conversions. I understand how to mass communicate innovation. That's what I did very well. I won awards from Forbes. I'm on the Forbes Council. I have a lot of baggage for what I used to do before, a lot of success. And I said, I'm going to take my first business, which is entertainment, and I'm going to take my second business, which is Web2 and digital marketing, and I'm going to combine it and bring it over and utilize blockchain to push Web3. Okay. That's what the secret. So when I tell people sometimes, they said, oh, do you do Web2 or Web3? I say, I do Web 2.5 because I don't think we've commercialized or mass adopt Web3 yet. So there has to be the transition from Web2 to Web3. Who's going to do that?
Yeah.
You know, so there has to be a company or a project that's going to push. Till now, I haven't seen a Web3 company mass adopt Web3. They haven't done it. Like, for example, if you take a look right now, like right now we're in the bear market, right? So if you go on OpenSea, you look right now, there's only 10,000 active trading wallets on OpenSea right now.
Wow.
If you go to Decentraland and Sandbox, there's only 1,000 active monthly users right now. Ghost town.
Yeah.
So how do you want to push Web3 if you need new audiences? How are you going to get a new audience? How? Where? Talking about blockchain? We've been talking about blockchain for 14 years. Do you know that Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, all of these methods of payment have commercialized in 3 to 5 years? So if crypto is almost the same amount of steps to send money, it's almost the same.
It's almost, right? Yeah.
So why hasn't crypto commercialized in 14 years? Because doing a terrible job marketing to the masses.
Yeah.
It seems like Web3 makes things very complicated when it doesn't have to be complicated. So I saw this as the greatest problem in the market. And I think it's because of two things: lack of information and lack of access. You know, so if we resolve these two and we incentivize people, we can bring new audiences into Web3, because we know right now, I feel like Web3 is a very big game of musical chairs. And everyone's running around, and it's one taking money from the other, taking money, and whoever sits down wins, and who stands up is the one that got dunked on.
Yeah.
Because there's no new people.
That's what is happening right now. And people getting scared, obviously, what happened last year with the exchange that, you know, what they did. It's getting more complicated. But something, I want to talk about something that's quite important for not only the audience, if not for the people that's behind the big companies. I won't call names.
Yeah.
But we've seen big companies in crypto and Web3 investing millions of dollars in activation with celebrities, with sports, F1, whatever. You've been around fame, about people that are very successful. I saw the first picture that you see is Pele. Rest in peace, but you see him there. And then, well, everybody, French Montana, J Balvin, like Floyd Mayweather, you've seen everybody. Now, what message will you give to people in Web3 that in the corporate world, doing marketing campaigns, branding campaigns, activation campaigns? They're investing millions, if not billions of dollars in marketing, but there's no conversion to the messaging. What message will you give them?
Look, this is a great question. I love this because I try to explain this to everyone every day. Okay. So, for example, if you take a major celebrity, let's say, for example, one of the biggest ones in Web3 today, let's say Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Okay, he's known for being an enthusiast in Web3. But let's take a really look at it. How much of his audience do you think knows how to buy crypto in DeFi, knows how to buy an NFT, knows how to connect to Meneses, knows? I would say it's a very minimal percentage.
1%.
Yeah. And if you look at it, if you see the trend in Web3, the prices of marketing and promotion when it comes to crypto Web3 is 2, 3, 4, 5 times more regular promotions. You understand, right?
Yeah.
So here's what's going on. You're getting these top celebrities to shill, to promote and market a crypto project. You're paying 5 times more because it's crypto and people know there's a lot of money in crypto. And you're having a terrible conversion rate because you know why? You're asking the celebrity to promote something that they don't know how to buy. So that's a very big problem. So instead of promoting and marketing an NFT project, a metaverse project, a crypto project, I think we have to educate the masses first. But now we go back and we have to say, okay, how do I convince someone to learn about Web3? You have to incentivize them with what they want. So for example, instead of Snoop shilling a project, here's what we're doing at Idols. We're tokenizing the actual celebrity.
Okay.
Here's why. Because if you follow Snoop Dogg, you don't want to hear about a third-party product or service. You follow Snoop because you like Snoop. What if Snoop grabbed his phone and he did an Instagram story and said, hey guys, what's going on? This is Big D-O-double-G. All my fans that want to become closer to me, all my fans that want to have an experience, you want to do a meet and greet, you want to come to my show, you want to come backstage, you want to come in the studio, come hang out with me, click here in the link. How much percentage of people do you think is going to be interested in having some interaction with Snoop if they follow Snoop? I think almost 90+%, everyone, almost 100%, because they follow him. So I believe with Idols, we're going to break the world record for online conversions because people always try to convert and sell products and services that are third party, has nothing to do with Snoop. He's promoting something. But here we're going to promote himself. So the funnel starts very big. So you know the funnel is going to convert very big. So I think that doing it this way, where we take top celebrities who have credibility and have audience and have the influence and power, and we bring them into Web3 without mentioning crypto, NFT, metaverse. You don't have to mention none of that, right, to do some of this stuff. So the idea is that we use the celebrity to give benefits and accomplish the fan's dream through these benefits and experiences. And then after they come into crypto, then it's kind of like the gateway into Web3. Because they're not coming in for crypto, they're coming in for their celebrity, for their idol. They're coming in for the idol, they're not coming in for crypto. So we have to use a different approach that doesn't lead with the market of speculation. That's how we're gonna get the masses. You know, so the goal here with Idols, and the reason that I've done this whole structure that you see here, is I feel that a lot of people in Web3 today, not everyone, but the majority, they don't treat it like a traditional business. It's a bunch of friends, a bunch of programmers in their basement, in the dark. They have NFTs, you know, as their face. You don't know who they are. They're not doxed. You don't know what the team is. You don't know what's going on. It's kind of crazy for a traditional conservative investor to invest in something they don't see, they don't know, that has no physical presence. It's difficult. So I see there's a barrier. So my mindset was, if I make Idols like a traditional business that will attract conservative investors where the big money is, and I can attract them because I have a physical location, I have a full team, I have financials, profit and loss, I have projections, I have lawyers, very important lawyers, I have everything, accountants. So I have a business structure in Web3. I feel that makes all of these traditional businessmen and investors, entrepreneurs comfortable because that's what they're used to. So we have to find a middle ground to transition them. You know, if we leave all of the information on Discord, the Wall Street guys are not going to go on Discord trying to do diligence on your shill on Twitter. It's not going to
on the comments.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to. So we have to find a middle ground. And I envision idols as being the bridge, the gap, Web 2 to Web 3. And if I can funnel more people into Web 3, which I believe right now we're one of the top people in the world to onboard new wallets, new people into crypto. And I think that's the secret.
How many people did you get involved in the last?
Well, we did, the one concert I just showed you is we onboarded over 38,000 wallets in one night.
In one night.
And man, look, I'll tell you, I've been like researching Web3 very intense. I will go head to head with any one of these companies. I don't care how big you are in onboarding new people because I understand the formula. I get it, and we do it because the incentive is so great. So we're doing tons of experiences because one of the excuses that I hear all the time is, yeah, but what can I use crypto for? Some people don't want, to bet on speculation. They want to see the usability. And I know that in Web3, one word that is thrown around crazy is utility. Everyone's utility. But I don't see utility. I don't see them doing nothing tangible where they can touch and feel and incentivize that big,
I think so. Everything that you are doing right now is helping so much, not only the Web3 community, even though also something that happened, let me go back a little bit, something that happened in the bull market 2 years ago, there were so many celebrities shilling projects.
Yes.
But they didn't understand. They did not understand what is crypto. They were just promoting random stuff.
Yeah.
They get paid loads. And now they're in trouble.
Yeah.
So I think so the celebrities also need to get educated, but they don't have enough time or energy to start study blockchain.
Right.
They're making already money. They're living the life. They're famous. They're celebrities. And I think so through them seeing their fans coming into their shows or activations or meet and greet, it will help them also to get educated and say, why these people investing $500 into come and see me buying a fan token? So they will start to learn more. And I think that's something that I'm also passionate about, not only helping the masses to get educated, no, you need to get with the most influential people to understand it because they understand, they can explain their audience. So yeah, we're on the right path.
Right.
And now to wrap up, 2 questions. The first one is how people can find you on social media.
Okay, so my Instagram is what I'm most active on. It's at Doublex, Double letter X.
Doublex.
Doublex.
Can you explain people why is Doublex?
So my name is Meneses. Okay, so this name is a little difficult to pronounce, especially when you start going around the world and the language culture changes. So you can say my name 50 different ways, depending on where you're from. So sometimes someone from, Europe knows me and they say my name one way, and then someone from Russia says my name another way, and they're talking about me, but they don't know it's me. So to make it easier, my name has 2 X's in it. And then, like all my friends thought it was cool. They're like, wow, you have 2 X's in your name. And then it just started to pick up Doublex. And then when I made my Instagram, put Double, then everyone, today more people know me as Doublex than my real name. So when I hear, everyone on the street was like, hey, Doublex. And I'm like, man,
that's crazy.
It just took off, so it did very well. And it's easier for branding, so people can understand it.
So that's where being this got the inspiration for XXX.
Yeah, sometimes.
So Doublex on Instagram, Twitter as well.
Twitter, the same handle all over.
And what about
idols? Look, it's very exciting because we're launching the platform.
Okay.
In the next 2 weeks. It's going to be the simplest and easiest crypto platform you ever used.
Okay, I like
Onboarding is going to be clicks, click, click, click. Very easy, 3rd grade level. Your grandma, your kids can do it. Everyone can do it to onboard. So that's going to be up online. So right now, we have the white paper. We have a whole lot of experiences. myidols.io. That is the website. The handle is myidols.io as well. The handle on all social media right now. That's where you can stay for updated. You can get all the, the info, Telegram. You can get all the chats and everything from the website there. And I'm very excited because I believe that the simplicity, making it easy to understand, because I think people feel scared because it's complicated. They don't know. They don't want to mess up. The fear, the doubt.
Yeah.
So the platform is going to be beautiful. We're going to have everything on there. We're going to onboard more people into Web3 than anyone else. So I'm very excited about pushing the whole community, you know.
And it's starting in Latin America.
Yes.
Brazil, which made me proud.
Yes, yes. So right now, you guys can probably see the Latin market is the hottest market in the world right now.
Wow,
Hot right now. You know, for the first time ever, the most streamed artist in the world speaks Spanish for the first time ever. I've never seen that in my life. So the music, the culture, the sports, the entertainment, the Latin market is hot. You know, there's other markets that's hot right now. The Asian market is hot. The Arabic market is, there's a bunch of, so I wanted to start somewhere where we're going to create a lot of volume. So when we go to big financial institutions, we go to VCs, we go to funding, we say, look at the volume we're doing. Because in America, it's technically the most expensive engagement in the world.
It's so expensive.
It's expensive, man. And we come here and we can do the same numbers in engagement. I understand the buying power in America is more, but the number in masses and volume, it can beat the buying power. Yeah. So I noticed this. So, and I wanted to show people, because everyone tries to come into the Brazilian market. And if I can show people I can break this barrier, that I can break any barrier in the world. So I'm going at the hardest one first, which we already seem to dominate now, you know, so we already have it. So now I'm looking to expand to Japan, to Dubai, to El Salvador, you know, and then to New York, all over the world, you know, and take Web3 and make the community proud and show people that, hey, this is going to happen. It's not dead. It's never going to die. It's just getting started. You didn't miss the wave. You're right on time. You know, jump in, feel the fate, you know, tell everyone, help educate people, because it's going to happen with or without you.
Yeah. And the last one. There is something coming up in a week. Talking about Japanese, you mentioned that you have a lot of Japanese support.
Yes.
They have invested energy and time into idols.
Yes.
And then you're the only one of the few Latams that are going to be on stage in probably one of the biggest crypto events in the year. Because this episode is going to live when you are in Japan.
Nice.
So can you explain what's happening in Japan?
So this is something that I really had to analyze. If you take a look at it, Japan is one of the top countries that most invest in crypto in the world. And if you analyze the amount of references we have in crypto from the Japanese culture, it's astonishing. Because, you know, the creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi, that's a Japanese name.
Yeah.
Shiba Inu, that's a Japanese dog. Doge is a Japanese dog. There's tons and tons of names and cultures and memes and sushi swap. And I can show you tons of references that relate to Japanese culture. So if we look at the most advanced tech and the country that most invests in crypto is Japan. So I wanted to come to the market first that had the most volume first to onboard more new people. And then my second goal now is that we're already executing now is to go to the place where they currently most invest in Japan. So I'm very excited because Japan has been on my destination list to go countries. So it's going to be my first time.
Yeah, I want to go to Japan.
But I didn't want to go as a tourist.
No.
I want to go big. I want to come as a boss. I want
Double
to come
X.
to do double X, big business. So my first time in Japan, I'm coming and I'm headlining like one of, you know, the biggest crypto conference of the year.
Crazy.
You know, and that's where Idols has the most investors. So it's like a dream come true that, you know, I get to go there and to talk about, and there's tons. I heard it's about 15,000 people there now. And I went to Bitcoin conference. I went to NFT week, NYC. I went to all the big ones. And this seems like it's going to be the big one. It seems like they're not in a bear market in Japan. They don't care. They Godzilla. Yeah. So, you know, so they love, you know, so they have the Godzilla. So I'm very excited to go there. And I think that I just signed a bunch of contracts in Japan.
Wow.
And my goal is within the next 6 months to open up a physical office and a presence in Japan.
Okay.
Because it communicates a lot with the Latin market. The Latin Asian market is very, very, very connected. A lot more than people think.
Yeah.
So I think the next goal there is to open up Idols Asia. So we can have Idols Latam, Idols Asia.
Dubaidos.
And then I'm going to come for you for Dubai for Dubaidos. I'm going to make that happen. So I'm very excited. We are expanding. And remember, all of these like astonishing metrics that I'm doing now, the engagement I'm doing, it's all in the bear market.
It is.
So you can't tell me crypto's dying if I'm doing record-breaking numbers in the bear market. And I'm building the foundation for when the bull run comes next, where we have an idea, April next year, 2024, Bitcoin halving around that time frame. We know what's coming. So we're preparing and we're building the foundation so we can be one of the biggest heavy hitters in Web3, and create this legacy that we want to leave and teach people, help people financially understand what we already know. Because if more people knew what we know, they'd do better financially. So that's the goal.
Doublex has been an amazing having you in the show.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much for invitation to your office. Thank you so much for helping the community. We're really excited to see what is coming for Idols, for Doublex, for Brazil, for Latin America.
Thank you, brother.
And thank you for being part of CryptoGs as well. Officially CryptoG.
Yes, let's go. Hey, Andres is the man. I saw him today doing the panel, Crypto OG's #1 crypto podcast. Let's go. Let's make it happen, bro.
Let's go. Adios, amigos. Arigato.
Arigato.
Arigato.